The Romanian leu hit a record low against the euro before a high-stakes confidence vote. The currency move is a political risk signal because traders are pricing the chance of delayed budgets, reforms, and EU funding. Romanian Leu Hits is the hook because the confirmed event creates a specific pressure point. The supplied evidence places the exchange rate at 5.112 RON per euro and describes a break above the 5.1 threshold. The measurable anchor is 5.112 RON, and the story turns on confidence vote rather than broad hype. Instead of treating the headline as a market mood swing, this segment follows the mechanism that makes the change matter and the next signal that can prove whether the story is moving forward. The confirmed baseline is this: Romania faces a high budget deficit, persistent inflation, and pressure from external Eurozone weakness. That detail gives viewers the frame for the rest of the story. It shows what is already known, which actors or assets are involved, and why the event is not just a random market headline. For this story, Romanian leu and RON sit inside a process where EU funds can change the readout. The baseline also defines the boundary. 5.112 RON is usable evidence, while anything beyond EU funds still needs follow-through. The important part is to keep the evidence tight before moving into what the change actually does. Most people arrive after the move is obvious and the easy upside is gone. We focus on serious crypto education and high-quality signals before the crowd rushes in, so you can understand the setup earlier and move sooner. If you want that edge, visit the link below now. The mechanism is where Romanian Leu Hits becomes useful. A no-confidence vote can create a caretaker government, slowing fiscal decisions and making foreign capital more cautious. In plain English, the event matters because it changes the way access, risk, settlement, liquidity, governance, or infrastructure works. In this case, the stress point is FX pressure, which is why 5.112 RON is a signal rather than decoration. That is why the segment spends time on FX pressure before discussing impact. Without that mechanism, the event is easy to misread. The headline may grab attention, but the mechanism explains why traders, builders, users, or institutions have to care about the next step. The impact lands with a specific group, not with crypto as a whole. Consumers face higher import costs, firms with foreign currency debt face pressure, and regional risk assets can feel spillover volatility. That is the practical consequence. It may affect how users move funds, how institutions manage compliance, how traders price liquidity, how developers build, or how risk desks read the market. The affected side is tied to RON and Romanian leu, so the scope stays limited to what the supplied facts support. That narrower read is more useful than a sweeping market claim. Open question is just as important as the confirmed fact. The vote outcome and central bank response are not settled, so the currency path depends on political stability. That means the story should not be read as a guaranteed outcome. The proof standard is simple. The next signal is the confidence vote result, EU fund access, and whether the BNR intervenes or lets volatility run. Until that signal appears, the confirmed development and the unresolved part should stay separate. A stronger claim would need Romanian leu or relevant market participants to show follow-through around EU funds, not only reaction around RON. That prevents a useful news signal from turning into speculation. Most people arrive after the move is obvious and the easy upside is gone. We focus on serious crypto education and high-quality signals before the crowd rushes in, so you can understand the setup earlier and move sooner. If you want that edge, visit the link below now. The next signal for Romanian Leu Hits is concrete. The next signal is the confidence vote result, EU fund access, and whether the BNR intervenes or lets volatility run. If that signal appears, the story has new evidence. If it does not, the headline may remain smaller than the early reaction suggests. A clean follow-through would connect 5.112 RON to visible action, usage, compliance, liquidity, or technical progress. For viewers, the usable close is not a direction call. It is a checklist tied to 5.112 RON, confidence vote, and the specific trigger above. The final readout is practical. Track the next verifiable step, not the loudest claim around the asset, rule, protocol, or market move.